Greetings, I am Sam Hendrick and welcome to this Whole Earth Wisdom video on the healing meditations of ancient Qigong. This video is about what goes on in the class. You can see me as the instructor, how I teach, what Qigong movements and exercises are like. Hopefully it'll answer the questions you have about what I'm presenting in my 10 and 12 week courses that I have around the state of Vermont. Qigong is very basic. In this primer video, I want to show you what works. The form of Qigong I was taught was an ancient shamanic Qigong. It builds you up physically, it improves your immune system. There are some warrior aspects to it, but it's very small. It aligns and balances you physically, mentally, spiritually. So, let's get right into doing some exercises. Let's get right into doing some Qigong. And the very first movement in Qigong is just learning how to be in proper posture. With proper posture, we take care of a large number of ailments that are inside our body. And proper posture is lining up ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, hips over the heels, knees slightly bent, shoulder blades roll back towards the spine, chin tipped in as if someone's pulling you up, so you're actually elongating your spine. This simple posture, most people cannot stand in 3 minutes. So, you can do it with your feet apart, toes out, I'd say 15 degrees from center. So that when you bend, your knees go over top of your toes. Not inward, not outward, but your knees are in line with your toes. More advanced standing, you learn to tip your bowl, your pelvis bowl, upwards to hold in energy. And you're tilting your bowl in and settling down. It's a very strong posture. You can stand this way for a long time. But just getting the basics down packed. Ears, shoulders, hips, heels, knees bent over the toes. Hands can be at the sides. If your hands are at your sides, they'll naturally fall so the thumb is along with the pant seam. It's a simple posture movement. Learning a simple standing posture, you will find aches and pains in different parts of your body. This means your body is out of alignment. And when you get to a certain amount of pain, just stop doing it. Take a note of where that pain came from. And you'll write it. I have a notebook with you. You write it down. The ability to stand in proper posture for just 3 minutes. That's all we have to do. The very first exercise. Not too hard. The next exercise is learning to breathe in that proper posture. So, to breathe properly sounds kind of strange to say if you're not used to breathing properly. Most people think, I breathe naturally any day of the week. Why do I have to worry about breathing properly? Air goes in, air goes out, I know it does. What happens is, through mental stress, environmental toxins, junk food, video games, all kinds of things that cause the body to tense up. Our lungs get tighter and tighter, and we shut down, well, the diaphragm gets tighter and tighter, and we shut down the abdomen from the proper breathing methods. And we start breathing only from our lungs. Even some kids, I was told as a kid not to breathe with my stomach. Stop doing that! And my stomach was going, so I had to learn to stop. So not only do we have our peers around us telling us not to breathe right, we got adults around us telling us not to breathe right. Then it causes from stress of puberty, peer pressure, everything. Our diaphragm starts tightening up. So we're breathing less and less. And if you're out of posture, you're slumping, your lungs are even breathing less and less. And plus you're pushing pressure upon your heart, causing more work for your heart. So in proper breathing, in order to breathe properly, we must learn to stand properly. Not expanding of the chest, but the rolling of the shoulder blades back to the spine. So we breathe in, and you just let your shoulder blades roll back in that proper posture. Now if your shoulders are tense, that says where you got imbalance. So sometimes in the beginning, you actually got to hold your hands to your chest and literally forcefully almost concentrate on getting your shoulder blades to move back to your spine. Not expanding of the chest, but allowing the shoulder blades to roll back to the spine. And taking a breath in. You'll feel the chest expand. You'll feel tension down your sternum if you're not used to breathing this way. All those ligaments need to get stretched out and expanded. All the chest muscles need to get stretched out and expanded. Once we can breathe with our lungs, then we later develop relaxation of the diaphragm, and then the relaxation of the stomach muscles, then the relaxation of this lower abs and groin area. You can actually draw your breath in that deep and expand out and draw full lung power from bottom all the way to top. This is the way we breathe as children, and this is what we're going to be learning in class. It's not about getting it right the first time. You can't get it right the first time if you haven't done it. And we're not about to get it right the first time. It's about learning the procedures to do it right, finding the imbalance, and working on the imbalance. So, as we breathe in, we take the full breath, we roll the shoulder blades back, we allow the spine, and you allow the chest to expand and take a full breath, and we breathe out. And we do it in a pattern of 3 seconds in, 3 seconds out. Even that simpleness, there's a lot of people who cannot do it properly. So, you just simply breathe in, rolling the shoulder blades back, 1, 2, 3, and you breathe out, 1, 2, 3, and breathe back in, 1, 2, 3, and breathe out, 1, 2, 3. When you start counting 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you start working on the shoulder blades movement, expanding of the chest movement, it starts shutting down the logical mind and starts getting you into a more holistic place of being. So then you can incorporate the breathing method with the standing method. So as we're standing here, shoulders, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, hips over heels, knees bent and over the toes, chin chucked, chin tucked. I'm going to get that right sooner or later. Chin tucked, spine elongated, and just relax. Hands down to the sides if you're comfortable with that, and roll your shoulder blades and take a breathe in. If you're still not comfortable with that, put your hands up top here and just let your breathe out and breathe in and breathe out. Now we're going to incorporate movement with posture and breath. This is a progression that we're going to make through class. We're not going to force you to do anything you can't possibly do, because that's just ridiculous. When I first started doing Qigong in '96, my groin muscle was torn off my pelvis, and literally I walked into class 26 years old, and that's all I could do. We did 2 hours of Qigong, doing different movements. I'm thinking, this is going to be the stupidest thing I ever paid for in my life. 2 hours later, the instructor goes, 5-minute break. And I took off at this pace. I got about 3 steps in, and that's when I realized I'm not in pain anymore. And I was sold on Qigong at that point. For 6 months, I've gone to several, no, actually for 8 months, I went to several different doctors. They all told me that I was trying to fake it. They all said I was trying to get Social Security for it, and blah, blah, blah. I made 100 excuses. But when it came right down to it, I was really hurt. And Qigong helped heal me. So, it was the combination of posture, breath, and movement with visualization and concentration that pulled me through my injuries. So, we're going to do breath and we're going to do movement. Breath, posture, movement. So, start off with here. We're actually going to, it's a simple exercise. The hands are going to come up to the face, and you're going to drop them down to your abdomen. Hands back up around, back down to abdomen. Very simple exercise. We're going to do it with the breath, posture, and movement. Same posture we've had since the beginning. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, hips over heels, knees over toes. Now if you cannot stand up, or you're handicapped in a way so you can't stand up, you can be sitting down doing this exercise, as long as you try to concentrate on ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, knees over toes. The exercise is just the same whether you're sitting down or standing up. So now we're going to add the movement into it. Get back into alignment. Knees out. Relax the body. Yep, hands fall right to the side of my body. I know I'm in perfect alignment. So what we're going to do, hands upwards at the abdomen. And we're going to let them roll over. No. What we're going to do is hands upwards at the abdomen. Breathe in and breathe out. Find peace. Alright. We're going to breathe in and draw our hands up and let our palms roll out and come up so our palms are down at our nose. And we're actually going to pull our hands down slowly to our abdomen. And we're going to roll it over again. So it's a simple movement. Breathe in. Roll back over. Doesn't seem like much of an exercise. There's a lot going on inside the body when we're doing this. Now we're going to take it a step higher. Same exercise. You'll probably see me doing it because it's automatic in my body. We're actually going to crouch, come up, and crouch down. The body can only be in 6 positions: laying, sitting, squatting, crouching, standing, and twisting. And in Qigong, in one moment or another, you can be in one of those positions. So, we're going to go from a standing to a crouching. Come back up and back down. We're just basically doing this with this movement. So let's coordinate it all together. Our proper posture. Shoulders roll back for a big breath. I said breath, not breast. So hands at the stomach, abdomen area, dantian as it's called in China. Hands come out, fold out, breath in. Hands up by the forehead, nose, and breathe out. Sink down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. One more time. That's Qigong. If you're feeling tension in your thighs, and your hips, and your knees, or in your lower back, these are areas where you need to balance and concentrate on balancing your energies. Can you do it by yourself? Somewhat. Having an instructor, or later going on and having a chiropractor help you balance, and a Reiki specialist, an acupuncturist, an acupressurist, a network chiropractor, many other modalities help heal along with Qigong. Is Qigong the end-all be-all to fix everything in your body? To some degree. But things go deeper than that. Our ailments go much deeper than physical pain. Physical pain in the back usually is financial distress. Physical pain in knees, usually a past life experience. Physical pain on the shins, it just came out of nowhere, or a big toe, top to foot, could be spleen. Our bodies shows pain in different areas than where it actually is sometimes. Now we did the exercise, just going up and down, proper posture. Now that helps energize the body, gets us into physical motion, but now we need to balance our forward and side to side energies, forward and backwards and side to side energies. There, I said it completely. So here we go. You'll see kids doing this a lot, you'll see nervous people doing this a lot, and it's a simple rocking back and forth on the feet. So you're holding proper posture, and you allow yourself to rock back and forth. Now if you fall out of position like, your body's out of balance. You need more breathing. I'll explain that in a bit. Allow your body to almost float. Rock back and forth. You're not standing here robotically. Let your body float. Your head can stay in one point and your feet can move back and forth. And eventually, you're just going to start floating. As if you're a grass in the windstorm. flowing. It's back and forth. After doing that for a while, you've balanced your backwards and frontwards energies. Now we go and balance our side-to-side energies. And you see nervous people doing this, and especially children, just rocking back and forth. But in Qigong, we do it properly. We hold that proper balance. We're concentrating on breath, and we're allowing our body to move. Now that's the key thing about it, is you allow your body to move. You're not forcing your body to do one thing or another. You're allowing the movement to happen. So here we are, we're balance centered, feet apart. Get back here a little bit. And all we're doing is taking our center energy and shifting it over to our one leg, side leg, maybe right or left, doesn't matter. And then rock it back over. And we're holding a very straight posture above, and we're allowing our center core to go as far as trying to line up with the side of the feet. You can hold a tighter posture with your feet, and you'll feel the difference is that your center line will not go over your foot area. I like to hold a nice, little bit wider than shoulder position, and just allow my body to rock back and forth. Do this for 3 minutes. It calms the body, calms the mind, balances the side-to-side energies. And then we're going to take this to another step. We're going to add a twist to it. Same movement, but this time we're going to incorporate a twist. One of the 6 positions the body can be in. So, we started off, same movement, proper posture, proper breath, center line, right down between the heels. And as we move over to our side, we then turn our center line of our body towards our hip, towards our side of our body. You don't have to go all the way to the side. You can go as far as your body will allow you to. I've been doing it for a long time, so I have a very large position. But when we're doing this movement, we're putting weight upon the heel, and the toe is spun out. And we come back, the toe is picked up and spun back to here, and then the toe is spun out on this one. The heels don't leave the ground. So we're cutting. It's not at the same time either. So as we turn and come back, that ain't right. Alright, let's do this exercise over again. As we're doing this exercise, we turn and we push off with our toe, and we come up, and the heel actually comes up off the ground. So it's, and you're pointing your toe into the ground, and this shoulder is raised up into the sky, and you should feel a line between your shoulder and your toe. So the movement becomes, you turn to a comfortable position, you press off your toe, and you move your shoulder back, and you come back down. You allow your feet to move, move your toe, and then this engages the entire body, all the ligaments, all the meridians, full breath. It's a full workout. Just 3 of these, either side, and you will definitely feel it afterwards. This is what a Qigong class is like with Sam. This is what a Qigong class is going to be like with me. I just want to show you some few simple movements, what to expect, how I teach, and I hope you enjoyed this video. This is just a sample of what goes on in the class. This is my classroom here for myself. This is where I train, out here in the woods and with Mother Nature. So I hope you enjoy this video, and see you in class.